They initially switched Pritchard onto Butler and then kicked him out, so they got size on Butler.
White, alley-oop to Tatum. Oh, perfect pass from White, and it's
16-1 to start the game for your Boston Celtics. And to be frank, that's all you needed to watch in this one. That is all you needed to watch in this one. The Boston Celtics roll the Miami Heat, as is tradition. The Celtics game, every other game for them, is boring and an ass-kicking, and does not need to be watched by anyone. This is interesting to see. Your daily sports podcast, news, narratives, takes, gambling, etc. NBA, NHL playoffs last night. This was pretty sweet. No, it wasn't. The Celtics were boring. Better Call Saul, final season. Live on AMC, not live as in like the show, but like it's not on Netflix, which I guess is what live means now. Better Call Saul, allegedly much more entertaining than the NBA playoffs last night. Saw that. This necklace this guy is wearing, people be commenting on these necklaces. Big, gaudy, gross, dumb necklaces are a trend now. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. We'll start in the association, take a look at the playoffs, of course. Might as well see what happened last night. So the Boston Celtics, they win the first quarter by 18 points, 11-29. They win the game by 20. So that's it. It's literally nothing else really happened. They won the second quarter by 6, huge lead. Then the Heat won the fourth quarter by 4, make it respectable. Stupid. Just fast forward. The NBA has a real entertainment problem. None of the games, I swear to God, have been really entertaining. Every now and then, the Celtics will have some sort of collapse meltdown where they can't make a shot, which I guess makes it close. The Warriors will try to close out the Mavericks tonight in a sweep. That'll put the Warriors in the NBA Finals. It does feel like they're going to win the Finals. I'm not sure, but the Celtics winning would be annoying. But I think the Warriors are going to win the NBA championship. I can't tell, but that's who I would pick right now. The Lightning, they sweep the Florida Panthers. The Panthers played their best game of the series and one of their best games of the playoffs during this. But they saved it for when they were down 3-0. What the hell, guys? Andre Vasilevsky is the story, of course. But the real scoop came from a radio call-in show in Florida that alleges the Panthers were at a strip club the night before.
Embarrassment right now, down 3-0. I know it's the Tampa Bay Lightning, but kind of embarrassing. You want to call it an in-state rivalry. You'd think maybe you'd want, but a 5-1 win, and you'd think they'd want some rest.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, no. According to a very trusted source.
A very good source. An
him.
Anonymous
It's
source,
him.
but
It's them.
a spot-on source who knows
This happened.
stuff.
Yeah, you went there.
A lot of the Panthers team. I don't want to say all of them.
Do we know how many?
A lot of them.
A lot is the word we got? Okay.
A lot.
Guys.
They were partying late into the night.
Jesus Christ. I forgot how slow Sports Talk Radio is. Guys, spit it out. Anyway, the story is that they went to the strip club. Yeah, I thought there would be a good clip, but there wasn't. The story is that they went to the strip club. They were down 3-0. I endorse this. Who cares? Change it up. Your back's against the wall. And they played their asses off. They played great. The game was really interesting. There were 2 disallowed goals within a period of no shit, 2 seconds. Literally 2 seconds. There were 2 goals. And then they were disallowed, one of which was after an 8-minute review, which is hilarious. But the Lightning win regardless. We have an interesting bit of trivium that the debate right now is Andre Vasilevsky, the greatest goaltender of all time. And you think I'm joking, and people are really starting to get in on this. I have this pulled up on the screen. So this is in his last 7 games in which the Tampa Bay Lightning could close out a series, whether that's 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, or 3-3. He has faced 200 shots. He has stopped, I believe, 198 of them for a .995 goals against average. In those 7 games, he has 6 shutouts. 6. The Tampa Bay Lightning have not lost back-to-back games in the playoffs in 17 times. 17 times off of a loss, they have won. It is entirely possible that he is indeed the greatest goaltender of all time. He just decides that no one is scoring. And he does it when it matters most. It's becoming bananas. It really is. Also, last night in the NHL playoffs, the Colorado Avalanche beat the St. Louis Blues. Nassim Kadri, who ran into the Blues goalie, sending him out of the playoffs for the remainder of the series. In St. Louis last night, that guy scores a hat trick. So, bit of a meltdown happening for Blues fans, which I don't blame him. It looked ugly. I don't know that he deserved to be suspended or fined. It was fine. It was just an awkward play. It was just an awkward play. Games coming up tonight. Hurricanes, Rangers at 7. Flames, Oilers to follow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the year of our Lord. Let's go on and talk about the Washington football team. It was reported recently, this week, yesterday I think, that the Commanders have dropped $100 million on new land for perhaps a stadium. Where is that stadium, you ask? It's in something called Dumfries, Virginia. Dumfries, Virginia, and I have this pulled up here. So there's Washington, D.C., okay? And it literally doesn't fit on the screen. There's Dumfries. Look, Springfield, Arlington, Alexandria, Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Woodbridge, and I don't even recognize. Oh, there it is. It's literally, it's by Quantico. It's essentially in North Carolina. 47 minutes from Washington, D.C. Like, these people I bet they wouldn't even fly into D.C. Teams wouldn't even fly into D.C. to play these guys. What the fuck? What are they doing? What are they doing? Other news from the NFL yesterday, Nick Foles, BDN as he's called, signed with the Colts. Colts head coach Frank Reich was the offensive coordinator when Folesy won the World Championship with the Philadelphia Eagles. Maybe he'll try to say the reclamation project on Foles will be better than the one on Wentz. I definitely think it's a better investment. It's just my opinion. Speaking of Philadelphia, I had this gem from a show. What's the show called? The show is called Hacks. I don't know what that is, but like, look, they're watching basketball, and here's the story. Look, this is an actress lady. She says their motto was trust the process, and then this lady says, so did it work? Did they win a championship? Oh no, they blow it every year. They suck. That's just mean. To be frank, it's just mean. There's no reason to bring that up at a time like this. Trust the process is objectively a great motto. We've got more wide receivers holding out. Terry McLaurin is holding out. Deshaun Watson, there's a story about his alleged sexual assaults on The Real Sports with Brian Gumbel. Deshaun Watson declined to comment, citing not being allowed to because of an ongoing investigation. That's not true. He didn't do it for another reason. I suspect because it was not going to be comfortable to answer those questions, but it certainly wasn't because he's not allowed to because there's an ongoing investigation. But he did decline to comment regardless. Let's see what else. This is a pretty light day. We'll give you some other stuff. Mac Jones got a trope. We got an NFL offseason trope. Patriots quarterback Mac Jones is in the best shape of his life, so you can take that to the bank. That's awesome. Good for him. Working out is very, very, very important. And we'll get you out of here on this clip. This was awesome. Paul Feinbaum is a quote-unquote controversial radio, TV show host troll in the SEC. Just gets all these mostly Alabama, Georgia, and Auburn fans to scream at each other in Southern accents, which is objectively amazing content. Well, he is out, and there are these two guys who are filling in for him because Paul wants to go on vacation. And there was a caller yesterday that didn't really understand what was happening, and I got to be honest with you, I don't want to make fun of our nation's elderly. However, this is objectively funny, and it is confusing and shows just how far sports media has come because watching this on television is easy. Calling into a radio show where you don't know what's happening is kind of funny. So I'm going to play this and we'll get you out of here.
Yeah, one more call before we go to the break. Nanette?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. You're on live with the Paul Feinbaum Show.
Okay. Am I on right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Who am I talking to?
Richard Johnson, Spencer Hall. Not Paul. Paul's off this week.
Yeah, Paul's off. We're holding down the fort.
Okay. Now, who am I talking to again?
That's Richard Johnson and Spencer Hall.
Okay. Well, I see two different dudes on TV.
That is correct, ma'am.
That's us. We look good, live and in living color.
We do look good.
Okay. Okay. So I'm talking to them right now.
That's correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, one more.
That was objectively amazing content. That's how deep we are in the off-season, people. It has happened. It has happened. The off-season is upon us. NBA and NHL holding down the fort. We'll do some baseball. Hiatus coming in June. Like, rate, review, subscribe. Back and better than ever tomorrow.